What we'll do now is that we've been watching this video here, 10 secrets to achieve financial success. We've been watching this multiple streams, and we'll watch one part, okay? We'll watch one part of the 10 secrets, and I think the next thing is here, so number 4, right? We'll watch this. It looks like it's gonna be 6 minutes. So we're gonna watch this and then we'll do market analysis. Okay, how about that? I wanna use this video to get myself kind of ready for that. So let's get going. Let's watch this and then market analysis and news review.
Okay, so I was just thinking earlier you said travel gives you perspective, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you mean?
Okay, it's very quiet. Let's max out the volume here. Sorry about this, but I have to make sure that you can actually hear it because I know this video is quite quiet.
What have you found? I was just thinking earlier you said travel gives you...
That's as loud as it's gonna get. I can't put it any louder than that.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's gonna have to do.
I mean, what do you mean? What have you found has changed for you? What's different for you now? Having traveled the world?
So number 4.
So you know.
Oh shit, I missed it. Number 4, go traveling, get perspective, get your dream life. All right.
So you know, obviously, like we were talking about when you travel, you get a perspective of other countries' economies and economic infrastructure and society. And when you build your own infrastructure, what happens is you get freedom. You get freedom of time. You get freedom to work on your own agenda. You get freedom of schedule. And
Dude, it's so loud actually.
for me,
I think they're in an
freedom
airplane.
really is the most valuable asset you will actually ever have.
Wait, I didn't hear what he said. What was the most valuable asset?
The most valuable asset. Freedom really is
Yeah, that's true. Freedom is.
the most valuable asset you will actually
Freedom
ever
is the
have,
most valuable
you will
asset.
ever own.
Agreed.
So we talked about building your own infrastructure, not having liabilities, and building assets. Well, freedom is actually the most valuable asset you will ever have. And building your own infrastructure
Agreed.
gives you that. And
Agreed.
traveling allows you to appreciate that. So I'm not talking about traveling like taking a vacation or a holiday for 1 or 2 weeks to like Mexico or Spain. I'm talking about really traveling, like going on the road and disappearing for a year or 2, traveling the world and seeing everything that the world has to offer. Because you don't really appreciate freedom until you've got no plan, and until you're working on you're traveling on your own schedule, you're traveling on your own time, you're traveling on your own agenda, and you don't have any perspective if you've never done that, because you don't know what the world has to offer. How do you know what you like? How do you know what you really enjoy? How do you know what you really want until you've seen what's on offer? You don't have all the information, and that's what traveling does for you. It's one of those things that also gives you the freedom to choose the life that you want. And if you know what's out there, you can choose it. So one of my regrets was that I didn't actually travel earlier in my life. And I think it's something that every kid should do. Every young person should do this as soon as they can. Because I travelled in my late 20s, and then I started to really appreciate what freedom really is, and what perfect life I wanted to get for myself. And that's the key. Because once you appreciate freedom, and once you understand what your perfect life is, the best thing you can actually do is then go back to where you're from and save and build and pay for cash the life that you want. Now that's really powerful, because if you go and buy your perfect life somewhere in the world for cash, you've got your dream life already. And then you can go anywhere back to the country where you're from to work, build businesses, keep building assets in that country or all over the world. But if you don't like where you are, if you don't like what's happening at any moment in time in your country or where you are elsewhere, you own your dream life already. You can just get on a plane and leave. And there's no downside to life because you've got what you want already. And traveling gives you that. Traveling as early as possible in your life makes you appreciate freedom, working on your own schedule, working on your own time agenda, and also what's possible, what you can actually go and own as your perfect dream life.
I like how he keeps looking at the cameraman, but not the camera lens. It's funny. He's looking above the camera. It's kind of funny.
And once you understand that, you go to work to get it, and you know what's at the end of the road. You know why you're doing it. And it brings total clarity. And that is why traveling is so important.
So that was number 4.